able to create dynamic links, dynamic URLs. So let us once see what was the output we had in the previous video. So this was the output, so where we were able to create a dashboard.html, and we were able to link back to the home page. So there are many unnecessary things here. First we would eliminate them, and later in this video we will try to see how database tables can be created, and how to access the admin panel. All those things we will try to see. So let us first remove these unnecessary things which we have here. So in order to do that, so this is the first thing which I would like to remove. And we also have many other things. Temporarily I'll keep here this as products without placing any dynamic URL, and these things I will remove temporarily. We don't need it. So once we remove it, you can just save, Control C, can run the server, and you can go back and check the result. So you can see here we have only two tabs. One is static and the other is dynamic URL. So this we will add it later. So we can create a dynamic URL for this also. Okay, so now coming back, as you can see here, it is asking us to migrate. Till now we have ignored migrating step. Usually this step is very much needed when you create database tables. We regularly need to migrate. So before we create the admin panel on the super user, let's first migrate it once. So you can type python manage.py migrate, and you press enter. So it has migrated whatever we have. But usually whenever we create database table, the changes would be reflected in the migrations. So currently, so it is empty. Later we will see that when you migrate, you will see some changes. When you add a table, database table, and when you migrate, you will see some changes here. So now before we go to the so see how admin panel can be accessed, first we need to create a super user. So in order to do that, type python. So just to make it more clear, let me zoom this. Okay, so let us now access or create a super user. That you can do it by typing python manage.py create super user, and you can press enter here. So it will ask you for the email ID or username. Let me type the username. So it will also ask for email ID. So give the email ID and also password. You can give any password. So password is too short, it is asking you to move forward or not, so you can just press S. So we have created a super user. Now let us see how to access the admin panel. So now type run server. So python manage.py run server. So you can go back to this link. Now here you can type /admin. So when you type this, so you'll be see the Django admin panel. This is where you need to enter the username and password which you have given there, and you can log in. So it is asking you to save the password. It's up to you how you would like to use it. So these are the this is where you can add various users, delete it, and make changes, change permissions, all those things. So let us add one user. So first let us see what all users we have. We have only one user named CS Reddy. So now let us add more users. So you can type another user and give a, it is asking for a strong password. So Safari has created an password, but we can change it to an own password. So you can retype the same password here and you can save it. So it is once again asking for save password. You can save it. So it is asking us to give a complex password. So let me give that. So now you can save this and you can also update it. So this new user has been created. So you can go back to users and see. So this is a new user, and so in this way we can access the users. Now what we would like to do is create a table, a database table in Django. And in order to do that, as we have seen earlier, we need to access models. So models allow you to create tables and create relations, all those things. So in order to do that, we write Python classes. So we want to have a customer table where we would like to give the details of customer, like name and his phone number, email ID, and age, date created, all those things. So let us write the class for customer. Okay, so class, you can give a class name as customer, and this customer class inherits from models.model. So it is inheriting. So models.model is a class, it's a super class, and your customer is a subclass. The customer class is inheriting all the methods and attributes from the models.model. So here we would like to give various attributes like name of the customer. So that can be given by models dot, since it is a string, you can give char field, and you can mention the length of the character. So say 200, and you can set null is equal to true. If you set null equal to true, it doesn't throw any error even if you have not given the name. So the same way we can ask for, say, age. So age is an integer. So you can either save it as an integer, or maybe you can save it as a char field. So you can mention the length of the character, so that you can say 100 comma null is equal to true. So in this way you can add all the details of the customer, say email, and once again you can copy this and paste it here, and you can say like 300 here, and also maybe you can also mention when it has been created. So let's say date created. So we have something called as date time field, so we'll be accessing that. So as you can see here, so we date time field, so that we'll be accessing, and we'll be setting the values as auto underscore now underscore add as true and null as true. So that's how we created a customer table, where this table in have variables as name, age, email, and date created. So this table we would like to create and enter in the database. So let's save this file, and you can see there is an invalid syntax, so that we can correct it. So and save it once again. And now we would like to mention that we have created a table called as customer in admin.py. So in order to do that, so first you need to import all the classes from models, whatever we have. Say you can write specifically customer class, or you can mention star so that it will load all. So the syntax is admin.site.register, and you mention here the customer class. So and save it. So we have created a customer class, and we have also linked it in admin. So now let us see how it reflects in our database. So let us go back and follow the link and access the admin panel and press enter. You can see here the customer table. So click on this. So you can see that there is no such table called calc_customer. So this has to be resolved. So before doing that, so what the step which we missed is we did not migrate it. So let us migrate it. So first do Control C. So as I was saying earlier, every time we create a table, we need to migrate it. So we have two steps to be done. So Python manage.py make migrations. So now you can see the changes which are reflected here. So these are the customer class has been migrated, and it has been saved in the database. The same way you can also do one more step, which is Python manage.py migrate. So once we have done this, so let us run once again the server Python manage.py run server, and you can go to this link and access the admin page. So you can just mention only one single. So you have the customer, click on it. So as of now we don't have any customer. Now we are not getting any error. So add customer. Say you can mention so something like this. You can save it. So as you can see here, it is not meant giving the customer name. In order to do that, so go back to your models, and here, so we know every class contains attributes and methods. So here mention a method which is def double underscore str double underscore, and give the self is the default argument in every method, and here return the name self dot name. So if you do this, and once again if you try to migrate it, so make migrations and also migrate it, so then you run it. So you can go back to your admin panel, so /admin, press enter, you can go to the customers. Now you can see the customer name is visible. In this way you can add any number of customers. You can say some other thing. You can add any email address, and you can save it. So in this way you can add the customers.